Mixed martial arts is one of the most unpredictable sports in the world. Every fight tells a story, and in this matchup between Dominika Steczkowska and Nargiz Mohini, fans witnessed a battle of willpower, technique, and heart.
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist. She stands 166 centimeters tall and weighed in at 57 kilograms even, with a professional record of 0 wins and 2 losses. She is the 2022 IMMAF European champion. She fights with Fight Club out of Łomża, Poland. She is Dominika Steczkowska! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist. She stands 170 centimeters tall and weighed in at 56.7 kilograms. A 2024 IBJJF European champion. She fights with Alpha Jiu-Jitsu and Hero Gym out of Vienna, Austria. Making her professional MMA debut here under the brave spotlight tonight, presenting Nagesh Xerxes Moussaini. And your referee in charge of the action, Marcin Klonowski.
This was more than just a contest inside the cage. It was about one fighter searching for her first professional victory and another making her pro debut on a global stage. In this detailed breakdown, we'll go round by round, highlighting the strategies, the momentum shifts, and the moments that defined this 3-round war. Before the fight even started, the stage was set with 2 fascinating backstories. Dominika Steczkowska came in with a professional record of 0-2. On paper, that doesn't look impressive, but her amateur career told a different story. She was the 2022 IMMAF European champion, a fighter who had competed at the highest levels of amateur MMA. Her early pro fights had ended in close decisions, but with each outing she showed adjustments. This fight was crucial, a chance to prove she belonged among the pros. Nargiz Mohini, on the other hand, was making her professional debut. But she was not an inexperienced newcomer. She entered the cage as the 2024 IBJJF European champion, bringing world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills to the fight. Representing Alpha Jiu-Jitsu and Hero Gym out of Vienna, Austria, her goal was simple: drag the fight to the mat, dominate position, and hunt for a submission. This was a perfect style clash, striker versus grappler, experience versus debut, and 2 fighters hungry to make their mark. Right from the opening bell, Mohini showed her intentions. She pressured forward, clinched up, and worked for the takedown. Within the first minute, the fight was on the ground, seemingly in her world. But Steczkowska wasn't intimidated. Instead of being defensive, she turned her guard into a weapon. Sharp elbows from the bottom connected cleanly, causing visible damage. She shifted her hips, setting up triangles and arm bars, forcing Mohini to defend. The commentary team reminded fans, in modern MMA scoring, damage and submission threats matter more than just holding top position. By that standard, Steczkowska was winning the exchanges despite being on her back. The round ended with Dominika pushing the pace, landing strikes, and nearly locking in a submission. Confidence was on her side. The second round began with Mohini determined to reassert herself. She secured top position again, pressing Dominika into half guard. Slowly but surely, she chipped away, looking for a pass into side control. For much of the round, it looked like Mohini was executing her game plan. But midway through, Steczkowska reversed the position beautifully, securing her own takedown and pressing Mohini against the fence. From there, she landed steady ground and pound, short punches, and hammer fists that forced her opponent on the defensive. The round was extremely close. Mohini had more control early, but Steczkowska finished stronger, ending the frame with top control and effective striking. Judges often reward those final minutes, and Dominika seemed to steal the round with her late surge. The final round began with urgency. Mohini landed a clean strike that forced Dominika to clinch, and the fight once again found its way to the canvas. This time, however, Both fighters were clearly fatigued. Despite the exhaustion, Steczkowska continued to impress with her resilience. From the bottom she threw elbows, searched for triangles, and threatened arm bars. Every time Mohini thought she could settle into control, Dominika shifted her hips and forced a scramble. Mohini did land a few solid strikes from top position, but the majority of effective offense came from Steczkowska. The volume of her elbows, combined with the constant submission attempts, made it clear who was causing more damage. With the final seconds ticking down, both women gave everything they had. The crowd roared as the horn sounded, knowing they had just witnessed a war. After 3 intense rounds, the fight went to the judges' scorecards. The scores reflected just how close the fight had been. Judge 1 scored it 29-28 for Steczkowska. Judge 2 scored it 29-28 for Mohini. Judge 3 scored it 29-28 for Steczkowska. By split decision, the referee raised the hand of Dominika Steczkowska. The emotion on her face said it all. After 2 hard losses to start her career, she had finally earned her first professional MMA victory. For Mohini, it was a tough debut, but she showed the grit and skill that will carry her far in the sport. This fight was a perfect example of how MMA has evolved. Years ago, being on top almost guaranteed you the round on the scorecards. Today, judges look for effective striking, damage, and submission threats. Steczkowska proved that even from her back, she could win rounds by being active, aggressive, and dangerous. For Mohini, the loss will sting, but it also highlights areas to improve. She showed good pressure and positional control but needs to add more offense, short elbows, body-head combinations, and guard passes, to convince judges she's winning. For Dominika, this was a breakthrough moment. She displayed resilience, technical growth, and the ability to adjust between rounds. The win cements her transition from amateur standout to legitimate professional competitor. Fans came expecting a clash of styles, and they got exactly that: grappling versus striking, control versus damage, and experience versus debut. The result was a technical, competitive, and thrilling fight that will be remembered as a turning point in Dominika Steczkowska's career. Both fighters left the cage with respect earned. Mohini will surely come back stronger, and Steczkowska now carries the momentum of her first pro win into future matchups. Explosion symbol if you enjoyed this full fight recap. Make sure to stay tuned for more breakdowns, highlights, and MMA coverage. White right pointing backhand index. Please subscribe my channel for more amazing MMA content, fight recaps, and analysis.